So everybody's trying. So my dad he's at work, and he's going to be working until about, 4 o'clock. And then he's going over to his girlfriend, Margie's. And then, he'll be home at 8. So I'm going to be calling this video, drawing things during a disturbing psychosis vlog. Well, the last time I was in a psychosis was last year, in 2020. And during my psychosis, I went out and I bought a camera and I set up a vlog. And I believe that I was raped by a person. And I showed disturbing pictures during my psychosis and things like that, on the internet, and my videos got 2 or 3 dislikes on my videos at a time. During my psychosis, I noticed that nobody's re-uploaded any of my old psychosis videos, or things like that, and during my psychosis, I linked my, ex-girlfriend's, YouTube channel, who would cheat on me and things like that, and she wanted to go to the courts over my psychosis videos, and the public defender said that I wouldn't go to jail, because I had paranoid schizophrenia, and things like that, and I wasn't aware of my surroundings, and the Facebook account, the Facebook account that I set up during my psychosis last year has 988 friends on it. I was hoping maybe with my psychosis, it's just I was out of touch with reality. And during that time, I didn't have a girlfriend, for about 2 or 3 years. And I was hoping to maybe meet people, on the internet from my psychosis. Not from my psychosis, I was hoping... I just set up a camera and set up a blog, and I wasn't aware of my surroundings. And I just said that I wanted to, meet people or things like that. And I did make some friends during my psychosis. And I'm able to talk about coincidence people with certain people, who added me during my psychosis, that are real even though I have schizophrenia. Another example of a people coincidence person, that is real even though I have schizophrenia is The boy who was my first threesome is a boy named Jaymz, Colvin, and, there's a boy on my Facebook who's black named Carl, who calls himself Schizophrenia. It's just Carl is black. And Carl was my friend in Forbush School, which is the alternative school that I went to in Maryland. And then Jaymz, Colvin was the boy that I met in my other alternative school, in Maryland. And the people coincidence people are real even though I have schizophrenia. I have pictures of them in my computer and things like that, and people can meet and interact with the people coincidence people even though I have schizophrenia. Some people coincidence people have names of people that are similar to other people, or they look the same, or things like that. They're real even though I have paranoid schizophrenia, and people can meet and interact with them. It's not like I'm going to let people from the internet come to my house. I can post them on my blog, you know. So, during my psychosis last year, I opened up a YouTube channel, and I said that I was raped by a person, or I believe that I was raped. And I messaged the boy and told him that I was raped, who has like 13K subscribers on YouTube. And I talked about my girlfriend who would cheat on me, and she would kiss on this Russian boy in front of me and things like that. Towards the end when she was my girlfriend, because when you have paranoid schizophrenia, people will mistreat you, and they think that they can take advantage of you. The Russian boy and his girlfriend stole items out of my house, and I made a Slender page about them during my psychosis last year. During my psychosis, last year I would sit in my house and I would draw pictures of girls with black hair, holding a knife, and a man with a beard. And I drew some people coincidence people, and I drew, very disturbing and graphic pictures when I was in my psychosis, and I'm very ashamed of my old psychosis pictures that I drew. Now I like to draw happy things like animals and rabbits and cats and things like that. But if a person is in a psychosis, they're not themselves and they may draw disturbing things. So if you or a loved one has paranoid schizophrenia and you see that they draw disturbing pictures, they're not themselves and they're just in a psychosis and they're drawing disturbing pictures, and they're in a psychosis. if they draw disturbing and graphic pictures. I remember when my dad hired this unprofessional treatment team for me in Maryland that worked with me that was mean and unprofessional. There was only one nice woman on the treatment team. And I would talk about my belief in a dark goddess with them. And I said that, and I said that I believe in a dark goddess and God, because of the coincidence people that I see on Facebook. And sometimes when my therapist would come and have therapy with me, I would at times show them the coincidence people and explain how they're coincidences and things like that. So some people who slip into a psychosis may draw graphic or disturbing pictures during their psychosis. There are a lot of times, even today, when I wake up and I hallucinate noises on the ceiling or in the fridge and things like that with my schizophrenia. Or I will think about deities like gods and goddesses, and my rabbit will sneeze in her cage, or things like that. Or I scroll through my Facebook feed and I see witchcraft things because I like witchcraft pages. And there are a lot of times where I will think that there's a dark goddess in heaven that holds a knife, and I'll see things like Chucky dolls holding a knife when I think of that in my Facebook feed or things like that. And during my psychosis last year, I did say names of people during my psychosis. And I linked people's YouTube channels and Twitter accounts and Facebook pages and things like that, and I didn't get in any trouble. And I got about 33 subscribers on the channel I had my psychosis on, and every video had dislikes. I talked about my first kiss, my first date, my first girlfriend, and I linked my girlfriend's channel who would cheat on me and things like that. And they said, I messaged her during my psychosis and said that I didn't like my girlfriend because she would cheat on me and take advantage of me because I'm disabled with schizophrenia, and she would cheat on me, and at times, because towards the end, she thought that my situation with my life was sad and depressing because I have paranoid schizophrenia. And this boy who was a 1.5-star celebrity in my town did something like he built a playground project and his situation was cool and he would tell girls. And so she would cheat on me and she would kiss on him in front of me when she was supposed to be dating me again, and she denies it, but she did. And her friend Scott sent me a message in my inbox saying not to talk about her or a charge will be coming my way, and in the end it was a peace order. And the public defender said I wouldn't go to jail, but they called and said that if I didn't show up for court, a warrant for my arrest would be issued over my psychosis. And I just told the public defender that I am a schizophrenic person, and I have paranoid schizophrenia and I hear voices, and I was able to talk to the public defender about names of people, coincidence people, and I said that I feel as if this dark goddess always holds a knife to me and she tells me to write down and do and say things. And things like that. So I'm not going to say names of people anymore. But there are a lot of people on my Facebook that I will say that are my friends. That are people, coincidence people that are real. Even though I have paranoid schizophrenia that makes me believe in a goddess and God that loves me and cares for me. And during my psychosis last year, when I started my blog and my channel, I got about 33 subscribers. There's only one tweet of me, and this old transvestite man said he could have my book put on shelves and said he could have movies be made, and so that he could have the guy that I believe raped me put in jail and things like that, and he was just a liar. So when you have a psychosis on the internet and people leave you nice comments and they add you on Facebook and talk to you and they say things to you that are not your friend and they ask you questions, they're just trying to get you in more trouble, honestly. So if you have a loved one who gets diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia, and they draw disturbing pictures during their psychosis, it's normal for a person who has schizophrenia to draw disturbing pictures during a psychosis, because in some cases, coincidence people do exist, and people might believe in a goddess that is dark, or a god that is dark, or a dark lord, or things like that, which I believe in my case. My belief is that this goddess has three aspects, which is Maiden, Mother, and Crone, and she holds keys, torches, a knife, and she likes polecats and snakes, and garlic is sacred to her. And then I believe that there's a god, which is the man with a beard, as a god. And the people coincidences are real, even though I have schizophrenia. So I do believe that. Just drank my drink, which is my apple juice. So I'm going to be calling this drawing pictures during a psychosis vlog. After I snapped out of my psychosis, I tend to draw happy things now. But if a person is in a dark or sad psychosis, and they hallucinate scary things, it's possible that they might draw disturbing things during their psychosis. So I'm going to be calling this drawing things during a psychosis vlog.